Hi everybody, Stephanie Kraft here. This video is about what twin flame healing sessions are like with me. I've been getting a lot of emails from people asking me to describe what they're like more than just what's on my website. So on my website, stephaniecraft.com, there is a page for twin flame healing and guidance sessions. And there is a description of the sessions on there. And you do have to book directly on my website to do sessions with me. So that's how you do that. But I just want to explain a little bit more about what the sessions are like with me. So I'm an energy healer, and the energy healing is happening the whole time that we're on the call. So I do sessions with people I'd say 50% are international and 50% are US based. I mean, that's just approximate. I haven't really checked the exact stats, but the point is that I do them from a distance. Some people do come into my office. Those are, they feel really lucky. Not that that's me, projecting that onto them. They have expressed how blessed they feel that they can actually come see me in person. So there are people, whether they're local or they travel, but that does happen. So you're welcome to come in for a twin flame healing session. My office is in the Washington, D.C. area, and more specifically in Burke, Virginia, which is about 30 minutes outside of D.C. in a suburb of Washington, D.C. in Northern Virginia. So, but primarily, most of the twin flame sessions I do are on the phone. They are on WhatsApp, FaceTime, Skype, and Zoom. I don't need to see you to do a twin flame session or to do any kind of healing session. I only need to talk to you, so we don't need to do video. I actually I don't know if I should say I prefer not to use the video, but I do tend to be able to read more deeply and go deeper into the healing when we do not have video. But a lot of people really want video. They just want to be able to see me and talk to me face to face, which I can also understand. So the way that a twin flame healing session goes is we connect in one of those ways. I ask you to tell me about your story. You can tell me as much about your situation as you want. After you tell me about your situation, I will ask to communicate with your higher self. I will either talk to your higher self, meaning like that's pretty much going on in my mind. It's like an immediate connection, and I get information like in a quantum ball, it's not a ball of light, like information, and it just comes in like suddenly, immediately, and it's a lot of information that I then explain to you, and it can happen in a split second. So basically, I'm getting that kind of download from your higher self about your situation, what you're working on healing, the purpose of meeting your twin flame, what you're working through now. All of my twin flame sessions are the present time. I'm not a psychic where you just say hi and I start talking. That's not how it goes. I don't operate that way. I can't. I have to listen to your story, communicate with your higher self, and then I also can channel your higher self. So I can just let your higher self speak through me to give you the messages that you need to hear, or it'll be me translating to you what they're saying. The other thing that I do is then talk to your higher self. The higher self of your twin. So I'll check in with them. The same thing. They channel through me. If I allow that, I can do that, and I do that in most sessions, or just say what they are saying. So that's me translating what they want to tell you. And I will also tune into your twin, and that means the higher self is the higher self aspect, and then the twin is the person aspect. And I can tell you what they're feeling, thinking, what they're going through, not in great detail because there's always, privacy, but whatever I'm allowed to see or feel or know about them at that time. I don't do future predictions. There are multiple timelines that we all have, and wherever we're directing our energy on that probability or that timeline, that's what we're manifesting. We can always change timelines in a split second. We change timelines multiple times per day depending on our decisions. So future predictions are not valid per se, and also I don't see the future. So I can't do future readings, but what I can do is share what comes in, and sometimes I do get a little glimpse of what's happening or what's going to happen. Not so much going to, but this is about emotional healing. So people are coming to me because I'm an emotional healer. So when you're going through a hard time, you have a session with me, I clear and cleanse and purify your emotional body. I do healing at the level of your soul. I do healing for you and your twin from past life traumas, this life. I do the healing that I do for you during this session and for your twin during the session, even though they're not on the call. Like, it's just you and me 9 times out of 10, or even 99.9% of the time. It's just you and me in the session, but I'm doing healing for your twin. So when I'm doing healing for you and your twin, I'm actually healing all your core wounding from this lifetime and all lifetimes. I'm an empathic, intuitive healer. I can feel it, everything going on in my body, whatever you have in your chakras, the emotions that are that have been stored, events. So I'm whether I know about them or not, they are being healed. Another thing that happens is that when people book a session with me before, even if it's 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out, whatever, the healing actually begins. Most people don't know that. I rarely know that. I'm not doing it consciously, but because of all of the feedback that I've gotten for the past, I've been a healer for, gosh, 17 years. People will tell me stories of, as soon as I booked the session, I started to feel so much better. And this has happened to the point where there's not a coincidence. It's actually happening. People will tell me that I'm coming into their dreams at night and healing them. I'm not aware of any of this. I'm only aware of when I'm talking to you during a session. Before that, I'm not thinking about you. I'm not feeling you consciously, but my soul is a healer. I'm a healer. Everything that I am in this life is I'm a healer. And so I guess my soul is doing the work. And so it's going there. It's going to you. It's healing you. And this is what I've been told so many times. And so that happens for you as soon as you decide you want to have a session or you book a session. Things do start to get better for you. You feel lighter. Things start to shift. And then people, after the session, they feel so much lighter. They feel so much better. I get incredible feedback. You can go on my website on the Twin Flame Healing Session, read the testimonials. And so, even if it's not that I'm telling you your twin flame and you are going to get together, that's not the point of having a session with me. The point is to heal and clear and feel better and lighter and be able to deal with the situation in a more sane, balanced, integrated way where you feel lighter, more full of peace, more full of love, and just better able to cope. We all know, how hard this is. And so that's the type of healing that I do. A lot of times people will have a session with me and their twin is in really bad shape. And I am the one that, can feel that and pick up on it. And their higher self is like, you're doing healing for the twin. And the session turns out to be more for the twin if they're in a worse shape emotionally and on their path. And so that happens a lot of time. But the thing is, I'm doing healing for both of you at the same time throughout the session. And it doesn't even matter how much you and I are talking throughout the session, the healing is still happening through me, whether I'm conscious of it or not. A lot of times I do well, every time I do a session, I tune in. I usually close my eyes to tune out distraction and really feel and get centered, and just like talk to the higher selves, talk to the people at that level, that deeper level of consciousness, and then also the energy body, physical body, emotional body, all of that, the mental body. I'm working with every level of your being, clearing, healing, and it works. Like, you know, you can't ask me how it works because I don't know. You can ask me, but my answer will be, I have no idea, because this energy is a gift. This healing is a gift that I have. I can actually feel it coming in down through my crown chakra, through my whole body. And so it shifts and changes throughout the session, depending on whatever we're healing for you. Also, my higher self is embodied in my body. And so when I'm talking to you and giving you messages in the session, it's not always coming from your higher self or your twin's higher self. It's also coming from me, but I'm embodied with my higher self. So it's coming from a higher wisdom that's flowing through me, and source also. Source can, you know, communicate through me for you, for whatever you need. So that's pretty much what a twin flame healing session is like with me. It's very healing, very energetically healing, very emotionally healing. I'm not going to give you much, any concrete information for the future, but you will feel better. And, well, I can't guarantee that, but that's the feedback I've gotten so far. So you probably will feel better. And I wonder if there's anything else people want to know about it. And if there is, go ahead and ask me in the comments section below. I'm happy to respond to you. And that way, when people visit this video and they read those, they'll get more information. So if you do have questions, feel free to ask. I'm very clairvoyant. So during the sessions, I'll give you, it's usually analogies, and I'm given very clear pictures of things, and I can describe to you what they mean. And, you know, they're very personal for you. So clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, all of those things are happening during the session to give you exactly what you need, whatever it may be. I do twin flame sessions for twins, so couples, and that has only happened a few times. Sometimes in person, sometimes online, but that's very rare. But of course, I'm open to that if you are together. But like I said, 99.9% of the time, it is just you and me, and we do healing for you and your twin. And the twin, you know, you each have a higher self that's representing you in the body in this lifetime, but that merges eventually, and it is one. So don't be confused when I say your higher self, their higher self. It's true that we have like a representative, you know, guiding us. I think of it as it is our higher self. I think it's like, you can almost think of it like a spirit guide guiding you for this incarnation, but it's actually you at a higher level, not incarnated. I think that's about it. So I hope that answers your questions, and go ahead and ask any more in the comment section below, and I will answer them as much as I possibly can. Blessings, everybody. Much love to all of you.